This week's topic is public policy rationale. We will answer the key question: why do we need public policy? More specifically, why do we need government intervention to solve energy-related problems? We try to answer this question from two perspectives. First is the policy science perspective, where we argue government intervention is to solve problems on the behalf of public interest. Second is economics perspective, where we argue government intervention are needed to remedy market failures. First, let's talk about the policy science perspective. Policy is always seen as the outcome of politics, and politics is defined as the process to decide who gets what, when, and how. That always involve competition to gain certain resources, sometimes at others' expense. And there is always a need to cooperate to make decisions. Policy as the outcome of the politics is defined as the study of how we translate the popular will into practice. Public policy can also be defined as the outcome of the struggle in government over who gets what, when, and how. You can also define public policy as whatever governments choose to do or not to do. Thomas Birkeland has identified key elements for public policy. First key element is the problem, the identification of the problem. Second is the identification of public interest. Once you set up a goal to make a policy to solve the problem on behalf of the public interest, policy will be the formal statement of what the government chooses to do or not to do. The formal statement is often provided by the government of what it intends to do, such as a law, regulation, ruling, decisions, orders, or a combination of these. Overall, policy is made on behalf of public interest, where public interest is defined as the assumed broad desires and needs of the public. In the energy field, the problems we face include the limited fossil fuel resources, and the energy resources are often unevenly distributed among regions and countries. The consumption is always related to some other problems such as air pollution, water pollution, climate change, and other type of environmental problems. The public interest we can identify in terms of using energy include the need for stable and affordable energy, the need to have equal access to energy, the need to protect the public health and the environment. These problems and protecting the public interest serve as the motivations and drivers for making energy policies. You can read more about the policy science perspective by reading Thomas Birkeland's book, An Introduction to Policy Process, Chapter 1.